Entering into the year in the group stage, we had two big themes.
One of those has survived, one of them has been knocked out.
The volatility that we anticipated this year arrived earlier than expected, shortly after kickoff.
Once the conflict with Iran started, we saw a sharp reversal and a pretty good sell-off in the market.
Prospects of lower interest rates have already been knocked out of the match, with no sign of recovery before the end of the year.
Fixed income markets really came out pressing early. So who advanced here so far in 2026? Who's advanced is income and credit.
The winners being those that have access to alternative energy, buffers of oil, and also other natural resources.
Where are we as we approach halftime? And what's the score? We still think it's tied.
One of the things that fueled that recovery has been very strong earnings.
But who survived is the AI trade. The CapEx cycle is continuing.
And that benefits, of course, North Asia the most, being China, being Korea, being Taiwan. And that has shown up in the markets very strongly.
As we go into the second half, there's quite a few things that we need to be on guard for and maybe sources of volatility.
So I'm concerned about this next round for the AI trade. I think it'll survive, but not without a rough matchup here.
Our key strategy for the second half is to not get caught offside by chasing tight credit spreads.
Be ready, be opportunistic, and position for where the ball is going, not where it is today.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about soccer.
I don't know enough about soccer to really know.
Women's soccer is far superior to men's soccer.
This is the center of football. I've got to go Green Bay Packers.
Like any bond investor would do when posed a question like this, I did my fundamental research and then compared that to what the market was telling me and what was priced in.
Fortunately, I do have a colleague who loves soccer, and I asked him to create a model to predict the winner of this year's World Cup.
Our pick for the World Cup this year is Brazil.
Let's go with Colombia.
I'm going with Spain for the asymmetric return risk profile of that.
I think Portugal is the value option.
Go USA.
I am going to pick France.
The governments have managed very well through this, so we continue to be positive.
We are staying patient and waiting for the right opportunity to take our shot.
I believe muni assets are a great place to consider investing.
I think markets can survive through this, but look for volatility and use that to get long the spots you want to be in heading into 2027.